What is the point of life? Hardest question to answer ever, deepest question ever, and if I haven't said this already, the hardest question to ever answer, right? So this has been on the back of my head, and maybe this will be on your head when times are rough, when you have made it. Let's just say you hit your $20,000 per month goal, and what is the point of life, right? So I've been trying to break this down. A lot of different things I talk about, and hopefully I'll help you guys out. Because that's my job of this channel is not to make money off of you guys. It's to have some meaning, right? So that leads into this. So what is the point of life? Doing something that has meaning, right? You can't just really be. I mean, what I do is job shipping, right? And it's not as meaningful as it can be, as it should be, right? If you don't add meaning to it, if it's not a project, if it's not a brand, then it has no meaning to you. And deep down in your soul, you'll be draining your soul. Just like working a 9 to 5, you'll be draining your soul. You're not learning anything when you're doing a job, right? I mean, some jobs. I like some jobs, by the way. Some jobs you do grow and learn. Depends on who's your boss, right? There's a lot of wonderful bosses out there that really help their employees and their students, right, grow. And a lot of mentors, they teach the students, and what the students end up doing is running their business, or are long lasting friends of theirs. And this is what Wilson is to me, and this is what a lot of my students are to me. Currently not exactly accepting students right now because it's just a hard ROI investment for me right now. And it's a whole application process. Like, I'm very picky. You just have to be, I don't know, there's a lot of things. You can't just be like, I have the mindset, I have some money. It's just like, it takes a lot of things for me to really accept the student. I don't even know how to answer that question. It's just like, you have to be already successful or some type of success, and I could help you level up or 10x yourself, because I kind of been there. So let's move back into the question, right? So what is the point of life? Little things that I ran into were, the point of life is, it's a game. The life is a game, whether it's a Pokemon game and you level up every single day. The more you level up, the more opportunities you have, the more leverage you have, the more money you have, usually, right? So the more power you have, more control over your life. You don't have to be listening to your parents telling you to go to Stanford when you really don't want to go there, when you want to be running a media company for videography because that's what you love, the art of videos and photography, right? Maybe you want to do that because that's what brings meaning to you. And also, never let anybody control your life. I don't know, a lot of people, they just mindlessly live through life. They let their teachers control their lives. They let their parents take control of their lives. And, this is also another thing back into opportunities. So if you want something, don't take the opportunities that other people give you unless they're like top of the line. Especially for me, I have a shit ton of opportunities, and I have to say no to a lot of them. And this is what happens when you have a brand or something, and they're like, "At this media company, I'll pay you 100,000, 200,000 a year," and I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's not my thing. I don't need it just for money. That's meaningless to me. Um, but let's go back into what's the meaning of life. Back to the game, right? This is a whole game, and I mean, sorry, I drank some sparkling water. I'm like burping inside. Um, but for me right now, it's really just a game of leveling up, and I think it's fun because each level that you go up, whether you pass $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, and I like to wear this a lot, not for ego reasons, but just to remind myself that you can be a billionaire. Compare yourself to any billionaire out there. What is the reason why you cannot be a billionaire? There's no reason at all. They work harder, and they learn a lot more, and they're very disciplined in the sense where they should be doing this when they should be doing this, instead of when you should be doing this and you say no. And that's what we refer as procrastination. Procrastination is also a thing that you don't prioritize. So that's a funny thing from E.T., the preacher, that he always says there's no such thing as procrastination. It's a matter of priority. Um, but I mean, that's just an update on my life, of my view, right? It's just like, it's a it's a game for me right now. and each level that I go up, I feel like I'm growing, and as I'm growing, I enjoy it. So, the meaningful projects that I have right now are, some of my businesses and really this brand, right? I've ditched you guys for a very long time, and there's a reason why. Um, there's reasons anywhere from being depressed. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't been depressed my whole life until I hit my income goal, which is $20,000 profit a month. And when I hit that, it's very hard to empathize. I also posted this on Graham's channel, which will be posted Friday, which is also today. Um, and we went deep. We went pretty deep. Hopefully, you guys will like that video. We really tried our best. That's our job. Our job is to bring you guys value, right? That you guys will continue watching. Otherwise, we're doing it wrong. Um, we went pretty deep, and basically, to summarize it, it's basically when you hit your income goal, very hard ass thing to ever empathize towards. You hit your goal, you have the money, now you get everything you want. Your Lamborghini, your mansion. I haven't got my mansion yet. I've never got my Lamborghini. I might get a nice car, but I don't know if it's enough meaning for me. I'd rather invest that all into index funds or something like that, right? It's just a smart thing to do. But I need to think about that a little bit more as I'm impulsive sometimes, right? My testosterone kicks in. I'm 18 years old, right? Sometimes hard to control, right? But we went pretty deep, and when you have everything that you always thought that you wanted, which was your Lamborghini and your mansion, then what? And it's the hardest question to ever answer, right? This then what was coined by Wilson Lee because we're kind of mapping out our lives, and mapping out your life is not as easy as I hoped or is. So you're just like, I get this. I put a down payment on the mansion I want, which is usually around 20%, and you get a good mortgage. Um, then what? And you're like, holy crap, I hit it, right? This is what happens to a lot of rappers out there. They peak out, right? The peak of their lives, and they spend it all on strippers or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that that's wrong, but some people like to live their lives like that. Um, but I just hope that you guys keep some of these things on the back of your head because I took a lot of time just kind of think about this video and low key just woke up from a nap. From actually, I slept at my sleep schedule's been horrible basically, and I just woke up and it's 12:30 PST here, in California. And here's a funny fact. The rest of this video is just gonna be funny stuff or things that I think is funny, right? So I just had a dream, and I literally just woke up to this. Craziest thing ever. I just woke up to a dream spending the whole day with Jeff Bezos. You guys can imagine who Jeff Bezos and how he would act. For me, it was a combination of what your brain could perceive, and I thought this was a fun activity that you guys can do. Which was envisioning the highest performing person that you know and the favorite person that you like. For me, it was Jeff Bezos. I don't know why. I don't admire him as much as I do, but I guess my unconscious picked that up. So Jeff Bezos, once I saw him, already set a standard in my dream, right? And everything that I was doing in my dream, I had a standard to kind of go up to, and I was like, oh god, I got a lot of leveling up to do. Let's just say he's a level 100 Charizard, and I'm just can't believe I forgot this. The first form of it, a Charmander. I can't believe I almost forgot that. And I'm just a Charmander, right? I'm getting ready to evolve, and I'm nothing compared to them, right? And even when you hit a little bit of success, you're still nothing, right? Never let your ego get in the way. I make 10,000, 20,000 profit a month. I'm everything. I could buy the Gucci, and that's not my meaning of life, but maybe your point of life or your meaning of life is to show off to others. Maybe that brings you and that gives you hard on. I wouldn't know. But I thought that dream was really cool. It was connecting one of the most personable guys I ever knew, which was Ken, real estate guy, and Jeff Bezos, the most personable guy I've seen ever. Oh god, the bubbles are coming in. And the smartest guy I've ever seen. So it was a cool dream, and maybe you guys want to envision a little bit about like the most highest performing person and the most personable person in that you could think of, and what would they do, or even yourself. And I like this question. What would your I love this one. I actually got this one off a YouTuber. I watched this video. It was like a year ago or something, and this really helped me out. Keeping this on the back of your head, what would the highest performing version of yourself do when you're running ads, when you're taking a job, when you're working out and you cannot do your last 6 sets? Um, what would the highest performing person or the highest performing you do? And if you ever crack this, or if you ever remind this in the unconscious of your mind, you just keep activating this, then you might get a little energy boost. It definitely helped me out, and I was like, this is not the best that I could do, so I shall work harder. Thank you so much for your attention, guys. I had to get this off my head because this is what is the point of life, right? Hardest question ever answer, and I hope you guys find your own meaningful thing in life. Your motivation, right? Motivation is a very hard thing to crack. The most meaningful thing for you, and I hope you guys continue winning and growing and being a happy person, right? Most people, when I ask them what do they want, they say they want to be happy. But please break that down, and they have no idea how to break that down. They're like, I want some money, I want a good stable job, and that's a funny answer, right? So again, thank you so much for your attention, guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions for me, leave it in the comments down below. My DMs are pretty filled. I think I'm around 200 to 300 DMs right now. It's hard to answer. It's hard to answer. So when I see a really meaningful and good question in my DMs, I do take a look at most of them, by the way. Most of them, especially the message requests that I can see. Um, and I don't respond back to them sometimes because it's just like not good enough. And I feel like you guys can find the answer to your question on YouTube or someone else. So I'll see you guys in my DMs, my comment section, or I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.